Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you an update on some more transfer news. So Manchester United are eyeing a stunning summer swoop for Harry Kane. United manager has put a new number 9 on top of his summer recruitment plans. Tottenham's minimum price tag for Harry Kane is 85 million. Bayern Munich are also interested in the striker. I'd certainly take Harry Kane at Manchester United. You know, he'd lead the lines well and he would score us goals. Plus, if he comes to Manchester United, you know, he will be in Champions League football and he'll have much better chance of winning trophies at Man United than Tottenham. Harry Kane has been at Tottenham for 19 years. You know, he joined their youth setup in 2004 and Kane made his senior debut for Tottenham back in 2011. In the league for Tottenham, he scored 198 goals in 299 appearances. He's under contract with Tottenham until 2024. Kane has won the Golden Boot quite a few times. Harry Kane has had loan spells before with Millwall, Norwich, Leicester and Leyton Orient. And Man United, you know, I've done transfer business with Tottenham before, revert back to a lot of years ago, got Dimitar Berbatov off them and also got Michael Carrick off them. Now, I want to give you some news on Alejandro Garnacho. So, Man United are looking to tie Alejandro Garnacho down to a club record 8-year contract. But Garnacho is not willing to sign more than 4 years. Prior to this, it said that Garnacho agrees a £30,000 a week Man United contract. Garnacho rejected a £20,000 a week offer. Garnacho's existing deal runs until June 2025. Don't forget, Garnacho set up Marcus Rashford's winner in the game against Manchester City. He obviously got 2 assists in the cup game against Aston Villa earlier on in the season. He scored the winner in the 2-1 win against Fulham. That was last year. That was before the World Cup. And Garnacho scored his first senior goal in the 1-0 away win against Real Sociedad. Looks a very good young asset. Now, I want to give you some news on Anthony Elanga. So the other day, it said Manchester United block Anthony Elanga from joining Everton on loan due to a climb mat at Goodison Park. Borussia Dortmund are unlikely to sign Anthony Elanga. Elanga is under contract with Man United until 2026. Elanga has been at Manchester United for 9 years. He joined Man United's youth academy in 2014. He made his senior debut against Leicester in May 2021. So that's the news on him. But Ten Hag, he's going to let players go this year. So yeah, Man United are open to loan offers for Elanga and Facundo Pellistri. Ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. He's out on loan with Nottingham Forest at the moment. Tom Heaton will go as well this year because Tom Heaton's Man United's third choice keeper, with obviously Man United getting Jack Butland in on loan. The time Man United got Tom Heaton in, though, they brought him in as a backup to De Gea. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. He'll get rid of Telles permanently, will Ten Hag. Telles is out on loan with Sevilla at the moment, but revert back to when Telles was at Man United, enjoyed a difficult time, got nowhere near as much opportunities as he should have done. Telles can't come back to Man United. Wouldn't get in the team because obviously we've got Luke Shaw, who's our first choice left back, and obviously you've got Terrell Malacia. Brandon Williams will leave the club this year. He doesn't get in the team. Young player. Was injured earlier on this season. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich. Ten Hag will get rid of Tuanzebe this year because he's another one that doesn't get in the team. He's been out of injury for a while. Don't forget he enjoyed 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think he'll leave the club this year. If he doesn't leave this year, leave next year. He's not our first choice right back. He hasn't been our first choice right back for a while. Diego Dalot's Manchester United's first choice right back. Bissaka's only been playing because Dalot's been unavailable through injury. Man United got Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019 in a deal worth 50 million. Bissaka played against his former club Crystal Palace, and don't forget he made a fantastic tackle on Wilfred Zaha. Martial, I think he should be leaving the club as well this year. Especially, that Man United got Wout Weghorst in on loan. Martial is out with injury at the moment anyway, so he can't play. Hannibal Mejbri, Ethan Laird and Amad Diallo Traore, do you think we're going to get rid of them permanently? Ten Hag could still get rid of Fred this year because revert back to last year, it said he decided to sell Fred. You can say Fred is still one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders, even though we brought Casemiro and Christian Eriksen in. Fred's played games alongside Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. To be fair to Fred, he's had some good games this season. His best game by far was the 2-0 win against Tottenham. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Fred's contract by 1 year. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million back in 2018, brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. So there you go. And I'm hearing now that Man United will not let Harry Maguire or Scott McTominay leave. They should do, because neither of them are first choice. Harry Maguire, he hasn't been Man United's first choice centre-back since the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. And, Harry Maguire is too inconsistent. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him, because he wasn't a leader. Man United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. And McTominay, he lost his place in the team since the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Before they came, McTominay was first choice. He played a lot of games alongside Fred in the centre midfield. Not so long ago, it said that Newcastle expressed an interest in Scott McTominay. It said Man United want 30 million. McTominay has said that he's worried about his lack of game time under Erik ten Hag. So there you go. And Eric Bailly, Ten Hag will get rid of him permanently this year. He's out on loan with Marseille at the moment. Bailly cannot come back to Manchester United because obviously our first choice centre-halves and Varane and Martinez, our backup centre-halves and Maguire and Lindelof, so there's no way he'd get in. But revert back to when he was at United, I thought he was good, Bailly, just injury prone. That was the concern. Man United got Eric Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. So there you go. So far in this January transfer window, Erik ten Hag has brought 2 signings in. He brought Wout Weghorst on loan until the end of the season. Besiktas received a compensation fee of 2.5 million. Wout Weghorst obviously made his debut for the club in the 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace. He got given that number 27 shirt. Ten Hag brought Jack Butland in on loan until the end of the season, because obviously Martin Dubravka's loan got terminated. Jack Butland is Man United's number 2 to David De Gea. And revert back to last summer, Ten Hag brought the likes of Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Dubravka. Erik ten Hag has spent over 200 million so far as Manchester United manager. I've got to say, Erik ten Hag, he's doing a good job as Manchester United manager. He's turned us around. This is Ten Hag's first full season as Man United manager. He does need time. Ten Hag has got Man United into the top 4. And he's also got us to a Carabao Cup semi-final where we do play Nottingham Forest. Ten Hag wants to win a trophy. He's made that claim. We've got a very good chance of the Carabao Cup. We've not won a domestic trophy since 2017. That's over 5 years ago now. And, like I've said, Ten Hag's expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. Erik ten Hag last year got named Premier League Manager of the Month, don't forget. He replaced Ralf Rangnick, didn't he? He's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Ten Hag, don't forget, recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. Revert back to when Ten Hag was at Ajax, he did very well because he won Eredivisie titles, he won some Dutch Cups. Back in 2019, guided Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, developed the young players well. And before you know, Ten Hag managed the likes of Utrecht, Bayern Munich's reserves and go ahead Eagles. Building up to the Arsenal game, Ten Hag has mentioned quite a few things. Ten Hag has a plan to beat Arsenal again, but believes the Gunners have improved since the September fixture. Ten Hag, said a few things after the draw with Crystal Palace. He criticised Manchester United after Palace draw, said we need to learn, and he wants Man United to be more ruthless after the Crystal Palace equaliser. So there are quite a few things he mentioned. By the way, Mikel Arteta has been impressed by Erik Ten Hag's turnaround at Man United. This is a massive game for Manchester United today. Like I've said, I think Man United have got to win this game to be in the title race. At the moment, Manchester United are 8 points behind Arsenal. As for Arsenal, they're top of the Premier League. Like I said, 8 points in front of Man United, 5 points in front of City. Arsenal have only lost one game this season in the league, and that was to Man United at Old Trafford earlier on in the season. That game was 3-1. Arsenal looking to win the first Premier League title since 2004. Arsenal won their last game, of course, away at Tottenham 2-0. Manchester United, of course, lost his fixture at the Emirates last season 3-1. But yeah, Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a disappointing 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Like I said, Crystal Palace rescued a point. Michael Olise scored late in stoppage time. Well, it was a fantastic free kick from Michael Olise. Bruno Fernandes gave Manchester United the lead just before half-time. It was good finish in the 6-yard box, came from a Christian Eriksen pullback. But yeah, it was 2 points dropped against Palace, and we missed out on the chance to go second, and Crystal Palace ended Man United's 9-game winning run. But Man United are still in form, we've only lost, one of his last 20 games in all competitions. The disappointing thing is that, Casemiro's not available for today's game because he's suspended. Got a yellow card against Palace. So he's got a bit of a midfield dilemma as Ten Hag, but like I've said, I think he'll go with Fred and Christian Eriksen. He could go with Fred McTominay, Eriksen, but I think it will be Fred and Eriksen, yeah. Delors injured, so it will be Bissaka at right back. Martial's injured, so it'll be Weghorst up top. We know Van der Beek's out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Ten Hag confirmed that prior to the City game. Tuanzebe's still injured, but he doesn't get in the team. So there you go. And some news regarding Sancho. Yes, he's now back. Not so long ago, returned to training with the Man United first team. A few weeks ago, was it now? Ten Hag did say he would be patient with Jadon Sancho as he awaited his return. I don't think Sancho will start today's game. If he does play any part, he will come off the bench. Arsenal You know, like I said, they've got a good squad. You know, they've got the likes of Bukayo Saka, very good young player. He'll play today. They've got Edward Nketiah. Don't forget, at one point he was out on loan with Leeds. Gabriel Martinelli. He'll be playing today. They've got Marquinhos. Don't think he'll start. Gabriel Jesus obviously won't be playing any part because he's out until mid-March. He's a big loss for Arsenal. He was in form early on the season before he picked up that injury. Arsenal got him from Man City. Fabio Vieira, Arsenal got him from Porto, I think. Reece Nelson, he'd been out with a knock. He won't start today's game. If he does play any part, he'll come on. He's a good young player, he's Reece Nelson, though. Emile Smith-Rowe, he's no longer first choice, so I don't think he'll start. Martin Odegaard will start ahead of him. Martin Odegaard is now Arsenal's number 10. Arsenal got Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid. Thomas Partey, very good midfielder. He'll play today. He's one of Arsenal's first choice midfielders. One of the best players Arsenal have got. He's a former Atletico Madrid player. Granit Xhaka, I'm expecting him to be starting today's game. He's first choice. I do rate him now. I didn't used to rate him a while ago. Don't forget, a long time ago he lost the captaincy, Xhaka, because he had disputes over the captaincy. Albert Lokonga, he's not first choice, so I don't think he'll start. Mohamed El Nani, no. He's been out with a knock. Arsenal, not so long ago, signed Leandro Trossard. He's a very good signing for Arsenal. Arsenal got him for around 27 million. I don't know if he'll play in today's game. Maybe this game's come too soon for Trossard. Zinchenko. Probably today he'll start Vedetini at left back. I can't promise it though. Maybe Taney will start. William Saliba's good at it. Arsenal will start him today. Arsenal got him from Saint Etienne. Ben White will play today. Arsenal got him from Brighton for 50 million. Ben White's become very good all of a sudden because he didn't enjoy the best of starts to his Arsenal career. Gabriel will play. Tomiyasu, I don't think he'll start. Rob Holding, no. He's not first choice. Arsenal, of course, have Cedric Suarez. They got him from Southampton. He's a defender. The goalkeepers Arsenal have got, they've obviously got Aaron Ramsdale, who's their number 1 goalkeeper. He'll be in goal today. Arsenal got him from Sheffield United. And the second choice keeper is Matt Turner. So there you go. And, Arsenal have lost players, in recent years and that, they lost the likes of Aubameyang, Lacazette, Nicolas Pepe, Lucas Torreira, Nuno Tavares, Pablo Mari left them. They lost Hector Bellerin, he went to Barcelona free from Arsenal. They loaned Ainsley Maitland-Niles out to Southampton. They let Leno go to Fulham. He, of course, is a goalkeeper. Quite a few years ago, Koscielny left them. Lichtsteiner left them. So they are players Arsenal have lost in recent years. And let me put into the equation that Manchester United have done transfer business with Arsenal before. Back in, 2018, we got Sanchez off them. He was very poor at Man United. Arsenal got Mkhitaryan as part of the deal. And back in 2012, Man United got Robin van Persie from Arsenal. And you can say Robin van Persie won Man United the league back in 2013, reflecting on the goals he scored. And a lot of years ago, Arsenal got Danny Welbeck from Man United. So they've done transfer business with us. The Arsenal manager, of course, is Mikel Arteta. Got to give him credit, he's doing a really good job this season as Arsenal manager. Like I said, he's got him top of the league. No, if Mikel Arteta was to win the Premier League as Arsenal manager, what an achievement that would be. It was only, last season or the season before, the vast majority of Arsenal fans were criticising Arteta and they were demanding him out of the club, saying he was out of his depth and all this. But so far, Arteta as Arsenal manager has won the FA Cup. Arsenal have won the most FA Cups, have won 14. Arteta has been the Arsenal manager for over 3 years. He got appointed in as the Arsenal manager back in December 2019. He's under contract with Arsenal until 2025. Before Arsenal, Arteta was an assistant coach at Manchester City. He worked alongside Pep Guardiola. Before Arteta, Arsenal had Freddie Ljungberg as interim manager. Before then, they had Unai Emery. He got sacked after 18 months. And before they had Arsene Wenger. Wenger was a long-serving manager at Arsenal. He enjoyed 22 years with them. Like I said, he had around 12 good years out of the 22 years he was there. You know, this was the most iconic fixture back in the day when we had Alex Ferguson and when they had Arsene Wenger. But anyway, I will be on for match reaction later. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again soon.